Everybody, a very good morning. This is the match review of India versus Kuwait. I expected the India team to turn up. Actually, there are two ways you can see this match. One was Sunil Sir's last match. Definitely, we have to praise him for his legacy for Indian football, for what he has done for the growth of Indian football. He has given his everything for the sport, and we truly salute him for that. He has been our true ambassador for the growth and for the legacy of Indian football. But the second point is India's dismissal performance against Kuwait. When everything is against you, when you simply have to win, when you have dragged yourself here after actually losing points in couple of matches against Afghanistan, you have to win against Kuwait. How can you come up with a performance as such? How can you come up with a performance like that when you know that everything is riding on this game? How can you actually do that? How can you actually allow yourself to be in that state? Insane, just insane. There is nothing that can actually come up. There is nobody here in the entire Indian footballing fan base who can come up and say that probably India actually deserve to win this time. Probably I would just go further and say that probably Kuwait should have actually won this tie. Probably Kuwait did enough to actually win this tie. They had 3-4 clear cut chances. They had 3-4 clear cut chances where they should have actually sealed the game, but they weren't able to. They weren't able to. One was that Gurpreet Singh Man save where 1-1 they lost out on. Probably there was a second Gurpreet Singh Man save as well, which went out of the post. That was also a 1-1 where there was a cheeky shot from him, from the striker of the Kuwait team. It just went above the bar. So there were a lot of chances. These are the two instances that should have actually got converted into a goal, but then there were plenty of chances which Kuwait team didn't capitalize on. It's just not about creating chances. Actually, it's about the tempo of the game. It's actually about understanding how the game is being set up. No tactics from Igor's teammates. Nothing he can come up and say. There were no signs of actually India team having a plan. They were all around the park. They really didn't ever not for a single minute I actually felt that Indian team is controlling the tempo of the game, is having the momentum of the game. Not for a single second can anybody come up and tell me that India were controlling the tempo of the game. India team had a lackluster performance. I don't know what actually bothered them, but it seemed like they are very fragmentistic. They are very fragile in the way they were playing. It seemed like they were probably very tired. They couldn't actually move. The movements were in swift. Multiple through balls. There were nobody was actually covering the zone 14 mark. Nobody was covering the half spaces. It looked like a complete shambolic performance. Probably the only good point that probably India can take away with this game is they lost out to Afghanistan, but they drew against Kuwait. That is the only thing which actually India can say. India probably, even if they are asked to play for another 90 minutes, even if they are given another game, if they're performing at this level, they won't even score there. They won't even score a goal in the next match also. Even if there is a rematch of this game, probably they won't even get to score there. That is the level we are talking about. That is how Indian team actually played last night. If you are actually playing at this level, if you are actually how can you ask your fans to come up and support you guys? You guys are getting buses, you guys are getting all the facility. How can you ask your fans to go to the stadium 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers? Those guys travel to the stadium. Like, suppose like me, I traveled 50 kilometers to witness the game, to watch the game. Why did I go? What actually made me go? For the love of Indian football. If you guys don't see, winning and losing is a part of the game, but if you guys are not putting in the effort, if you guys actually are not giving it your all, We might lose, we actually can lose. But then if you guys are not showing that effort, how can I come up and say that I have to go, I have to actually ask everybody, every Indian fan should go for the love of the sport, for the growth of Indian football? How can you expect the fans to go to the stadium when you know that you are not performing even at the level that you should be? We are 50, 70, 100 years behind the other European teams, but we are not even performing at the level we are expected to. That is the problem. That is the problem with this Indian team. I'm so frustrated. I'm so irritated. I needed a place, thanks to my YouTube channel, that I can actually come and actually say my heart out. I can actually share with you guys what I genuinely feel like, because it's insane. Honestly, being an India football fan is truly an insane moment. Like nothing comes close. We have seen so much of failure over these years, only winning the SAF championship, only just going through the SAF championship, going to the SAF championship, beating Nepal, beating Bangladesh, and winning the SAF championship, and then saying that our growth of Indian football is on its high. What will actually SAF championship fetch us? What will it give? Nothing. It will give nothing. When you are actually losing out in this kind of an opportunity where you could actually go to the third round of the FIFA World Cup qualifier, you couldn't even capitalize on that. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope you guys are doing extremely well, and cheers, bye.